My name's Lillian Bell and I will be 80 in a few weeks' time. I live in Doncaster and I am sight impaired and have been so for some 30 years. I do find technology very, very useful. I have a talking computer. It's a guide program and I find it very, very useful. I also have a CCTV, which is a desktop magnifier, and that enhances the print. It means that I can see the calendar and able to see what I'm supposed to be doing for the rest of the week, which is always useful. Birthdays and that sort of thing, because I can't see ordinary print at all, but the desktop magnifier does help enormously. Today, you can get desktop magnifiers with speech as well. I understand that they can read out what's actually on the screen, which would be enormously useful. My mother has had sight conditions as well. She was sight impaired, as was my grandmother, and also my aunts. So it's something in the female side of the family. When I left education, because I couldn't see the children, I couldn't see the books, and I was becoming a liability to the school and didn't feel that it was fair on both the staff and the children, and parents, of course. So I decided to have to pack up the job, and it was a real wrench because I absolutely loved my job. Where we lived, it was rather isolated, and so I couldn't access buses, so we had to move house. So we moved into Doncaster. I hadn't been in Doncaster very long when I was invited by social services to Doncaster Library, the main library service, where I was taught computer skills and some Braille as well. I learned to access a guide program. It is specifically for blind and partially sighted people, and it's been an absolute boon to me. In fact, so much so that I can write letters, I've even written a book.
Letters and other documents. Press 1 or X to send and receive emails. Press 2 to write letters and other documents. Press 3 to access a website. Press 4 to scan and read a book, magazine, letter or printed page.
That's brilliant. So you can put a magazine underneath it and press a button and it reads out what it's actually saying. I also have this keyboard, which is an enlarged keyboard, because ordinary computers are just impossible to be able to see all the print. But this is an enlarged one, and I still can't see all the numbers, and I still can't see all the letters, but I have what's called bump-ons. And so my little fingers are in the exact place. This was a story that I was able to write because I had this talking computer. I've really enjoyed doing it. It's helped enormously. One of the most important things I find as I'm out and about is just this magnifying glass, it's round my neck. But it enables me to at least go into shops, pick up an object and be able to look and try and find at least the price. One of the most useful items I find is a mobile phone.
Main menu.
I can make calls, send text messages and do emails. I'll just demonstrate making
Text messages,
a
read and
text
write.
message.
Text menu, page 1
Text
of 2.
message. I'm going to compose a
new
text
message, page
and
1.
I'm going to find where I'm
Address
going to
book.
send it to, an
Select
address
contact
book.
and start speaking.
Hi Ian, bring me a cup of tea please.
Hi Ian, bring me a cup of tea please. Send text message. Message being sent.
And like magic, a cup of tea will appear. Now, my talking watch is an absolute boon. Not too expensive either, yet I think it's still an attractive piece of equipment. it will tell me.
The time is 12:07 p.m.
It's 12:07 p.m. Ah, thank you, as requested. Thank you, my dear. Yeah, well, the Partially Sighted Society plays a big part. They're very, very good. We go at least once a fortnight to certain events, but we also have Partially Sighted Society events like technology available to us. They introduce us to those. We have information comes by post, large print, which tells us the events that are happening. Yes, they have a calendar, which I find very, very useful. It's an enormous calendar, which goes underneath my desk magnifier. And so it enables me to find out what's happening next, where I'm going, and what I'm doing, and that's absolutely brilliant. My mobile phone, I do keep in touch with all my family and my friends. So they can ring me, and all I need to do is to press the screen and they're speaking to me. I'm also in a walking group. My friends are very, very good because I like to keep fit, and people who live in isolation, to be able to mix with other people is so important. And all the time they're saying, mind, Lillian, there's a route there, watch this branch, be careful of that. And at least I'm able to have lots of conversations with them, experience the atmosphere, the cold and the warmth and the wind and the rain, and it just keeps me alive.